Now time for story time with Mike and last night we did the story called The Digging-gest Dog with Pop over here. But Pop, but Aaron, did Papa do a good job? Say no. So let's do it the right way. Come on, ready? Today's story. I was the saddest dog you could ever see. Sad because no one wanted me. The pet shop window was my jail. The sign behind me said for sale. I was tied to in Papa's words, a bare, hard floor of stone. I couldn't even dig for a bone. I was living all of my life alone. A dog no one wanted to own. But then one day, at 4:30, Sammy Brown came in the door. Hey, look up, Sammy. Sammy took one look at me and cried, "Why are you tied up here inside? I've always wanted a dog like you, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll take you out to the farm with me. You'll play outdoors where you should be. Come here, Sammy." I felt as happy as a pup when Sam paid the man and picked me up. He rubbed my ears, He rubbed my ears and scratched my head, I think I'll call you Duke, he said. Sam gave me a collar and he gave me a lead. Come on, dog, he's going. Come, catch me. Catch me. He's getting away.
Catch him, Sam.
We left that shop at tremendous speed.
I got you, Dad.
We went a long way out of town. We came to the farm of Sammy Brown. It was the nicest place I'd ever seen. A pretty white house in a field of green. In the shade was an apple tree. A special dog house just for me.
How about that?
Next morning, while Sam did his chores, he let me run and play outdoors. He never played outdoors before. He always lived on that hard, cold floor. I never run on nice, soft ground. Now I bark with joy as I run around. Bark. Sam looked at me and scratched his head. Duke needs some friends, he said. He blew his whistle. He blew a blast, and many dogs came running fast. Come here, dogs, come here. I never met a dog before. Now I was meeting 6 or more. They walked around and looked at me. They looked me over very carefully. Then at last I heard them say, "He's one of us. He'll be okay." One dog who wasn't very big suddenly began to dig. The others started digging too. Dig, Aaron, dig. We got to find some bones. Come on. But that was something I could not do. I never learned to dig in that store. How could I dig on a hard stone floor? I tried to dig, but at last I couldn't. I wiggled my paws. My paws just wouldn't. I fell on my ear, and I fell on my face, and I fell all over the place. That other said, "Duke may be big, but he's no good. He cannot dig." They stuck their nose in the air. They walked away. They left me there. "I'll teach you, Duke," cried Sammy Brown. "I'll show you how to dig deep down." He crouched beside me with his hand. He dug a hole in the pile of sand. Okay, I tried it too, but still I couldn't. I wiggled my paws, but my paws just wouldn't. I never learned to dig in that store. How could I dig on a stone-cold floor? Sammy sighed, almost cried. My eyes and nose were full of dirt. My paws and claws and my elbows hurt. I had a pain across my back. I knew I'd never get the knack. Sam felt sad. Be sad. Look sad. Sam felt sad and I felt bad. If only I could make him glad. We both knew I'd never get it right. Sam and I couldn't sleep that night. So when the sun rose in the sky, I thought I'd give it one more try. I wiggled one paw. I saw I could. I wiggled the other. Then I would. I could dig with my paws and my claws. I felt no pain across my back. I knew at last I had the knack. Sammy Brown looked out at me. He saw me digging happily. "Good for you, Duke," Sammy cried. "I knew you'd do it if you tried." So I dug farther and I dug faster. And I dug and dug to please my master. I dug up grass, I dug up weeds, I dug up daisies, and I dug up seeds, and I dug up the fence, I dug up the gates, I dug up the garden, and I dug up Mrs. Twaits. I dug up the rooster, and I dug up the hens. I dug up the sheep and the pigs. And the pins. I dug and dug, and I couldn't stop. I dug up the barber, and I dug up the shop. I dug up Mr. Rodney Thayer, sitting in the barber's chair. I dug up my way right through the town. I dug a lot of buildings down there. I was having so much fun. I dug up Highway 81. I came to a hill. I dug to the top, but all of a sudden I had to stop. Right in front of me, looking down, there stood my master, Sammy Brown. Sam didn't smile or pat my head. He only glared at me and said, "I'm sending you back to that animal store. They'll tie you to that hard stone floor, and they'll never dig anymore." I couldn't run. I couldn't hide. Dogs came at me from every side. Then suddenly I knew there was just one thing for me to do. I ran away from Sammy Brown. I dug a hole that went straight down. I left him standing up on top. I dug and I couldn't stop. How deep I dug, I could not tell, but soon I found I dug into a well. Mud and water, I was up to my chin. What a fix I now was in. I started to sink, I started to yell. Help, 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 help. I could hear them way above my head. I could hear every word they said. One dog growled, "That's our town. This serves him right. Just let him drown." But Sammy cried, "Duke, you have been bad. You made me sad instead of glad. We're not going to let you die. We'll get you out, at least we'll try." Then at least I heard him shout, "Come here, Sammy. Get up on the couch and get me. Dig me out. Get up on the couch." Oh, he said, "I'll help you. Stand up, stand up, stand up." Slowly, slowly, down they came, each dog part of a long dog chain. I reached up and I touched the nose. I touched the nose and I felt them lift me up by my toes. Pull me up, pull me up, pull me up. Slowly, slowly, bit by bit, they dragged me up out of that pit. I thanked the dogs and Sammy Brown. Then I started back toward town. I knew I had to dig once more to fix things up that were before. This story's too long. That's good though. He fixed the town. It all got fixed up and... yeah, he dug it all up, fixed it all up. It says, he'll never send me to that store or tie me up to that hard stone floor. My dog friends watch and wonder why they can't dig as well as I. And Papa, that is how you tell the story of the diggingest dog. And I'm tired. Say good night.
Good night.
God loves you. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Jesus loves you.
Jesus loves you.
Okay, I'm tired.
How do I turn it off?
You just stop
That's
it?
a long one, ain't it?
Oh, you just stop.